Here's something that'll make baseball purists lose their minds. The most dominant closer in recent memory just got absolutely schooled by a team everyone counted out. On September 10th, 2025, in West Sacramento, California, we witnessed what many are calling one of the most shocking upsets of the season. The Oakland Athletics pulled off a stunning 5-4 comeback victory over the Boston Red Sox in the bottom of the ninth inning. But here's where it gets controversial. They did it by ending one of the most impressive streaks in modern baseball history. Aroldis Chapman, the flame-throwing closer who had been virtually untouchable, finally met his match. And this is the part most people miss. Chapman hadn't allowed a single hit in an absolutely mind-boggling 50 consecutive batters faced across 17 straight appearances. To put that in perspective for newer fans, that's like a basketball player making 50 free throws in a row during actual games, not practice. This wasn't just any ordinary streak we're talking about here. Chapman's run of dominance was the third longest hitless streak by any pitcher since 1901, trailing only Randy Choate of the Marlins, 20 appearances in 2011, and Tim Bidak of the Mets, 18 appearances in 2012. The Red Sox closer had been operating on a different planet, making hitters look foolish since July 23rd. But here's where the drama really kicks in. Shea Langeliers stepped into the batter's box to lead off the ninth inning, and with one swing, he shattered Chapman's incredible run with a clean double. The baseball gods, it seems, have a sense of timing. I wasn't thinking about the streak, but just knowing going into that at-bat, just knowing Chapman's one of the best to ever do it, Langeliers explained to reporters afterward, displaying the kind of ice-cold composure that separates good players from great ones. In a moment like that, you just go back to staying consistent, being the same guy, not trying to do too much, and just be in the moment. After Langeliers moved to third base on a sacrifice fly, Lawrence Butler stepped up to the plate with the game on the line. Chapman, perhaps rattled by seeing his streak end, fired a 100.2-mile-per-hour fastball, the kind of heat that makes most hitters weak in the knees. Butler, however, wasn't intimidated. With a 1-2 count and the pressure mounting, he delivered an RBI single that sent the home crowd into absolute pandemonium. And this is where things get really interesting for Red Sox fans. And painful, depending on how you look at it. This walk-off loss marked Boston's major league-leading 12th defeat of this type in 2025. Think about that for a moment. 12 times this season, the Red Sox have been on the wrong end of dramatic finishes. That's not just bad luck. That's a pattern that raises serious questions about late-game management and clutch performance. The Athletics' victory was even more remarkable considering they had been completely shut out for 19 consecutive innings entering this contest. The team had been blanked in the first two games of the series, making this comeback feel like something straight out of a Hollywood script. Let's talk about some individual performances that are flying under the radar, but absolutely deserve attention. Nick Kurtz launched his 30th home run of the season in the second inning, a 357-foot blast off Peyton Tolley that gave Oakland a 2-1 advantage. Here's what makes this special. Kurtz becomes just the 32nd player in baseball history to reach 30 homers as a rookie. Even more impressive, he's only the third Athletics player ever to accomplish this feat, joining legendary sluggers Jose Canseco, 33 in 1986, and Mark McGwire, 49 in 1987. That's some pretty exclusive company. Speaking of rookies making noise, Jacob Wilson continues to make his case for Rookie of the Year consideration. The youngster went 1 for 4 in this contest and is now batting .319 for the season. To put that in context, he's sitting just 2 points behind Major League batting leader Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees, who entered the night hitting .321. When you're mentioned in the same breath as Aaron Judge in any statistical category, you're doing something very, very right. Langeliers also reached a personal milestone, crushing his career-high 30th home run with a solo shot in the first inning. That blast snapped Oakland's scoreless drought and set the tone for what would become a memorable evening. The middle innings saw both teams trading punches like heavyweight boxers. Boston appeared to take control in the fourth inning, when Nate Eaton and Trevor Story each contributed RBI doubles, while Jarren Duran added another run to put the Red Sox ahead 3-2. Tyler Soderstrom answered back for Oakland in the fifth with a crucial two-run double that gave the Athletics a 4-3 lead. Rob Refsnyder's clutch RBI double in the ninth inning off Elvis Alvarado tied the game at 4-4, setting the stage for Butler's heroics. Hogan Harris came through in the clutch for Oakland, earning the victory by striking out Duran and retiring Alex Bregman to escape the jam. From a pitching perspective, this game showcased both promise and growing pains. Peyton Toll surrendered 2 runs in 2 innings during his third career start, while Kyle Harrison, acquired in the blockbuster trade that sent Rafael Devers to the San Francisco Giants, made his major league debut. Harrison showed flashes of brilliance, allowing just 3 hits across 3 scoreless frames. Mason Barnett took the loss for Oakland despite a respectable effort, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits over 3 1/3 innings in his third career start. But here's the controversial question that needs to be asked. Is Chapman's dominance actually sustainable, or was this streak more about luck and favorable matchups than pure skill? Some advanced metrics suggest that his recent run was due for regression, while others argue that his stuff is genuinely that elite. The sample size of his hitless streak, while impressive, might not tell the complete story about his true effectiveness. Another point that's sure to spark debate: should the Red Sox be concerned about their pattern of late-game collapses? 12 walk-off losses don't happen by accident. Is this a conditioning issue, a mental toughness problem, poor bullpen management? These are the questions that Boston management needs to address if they want to be taken seriously as contenders. What's your take on this dramatic finish? Do you think Chapman's streak ending was inevitable, or did the Athletics genuinely figure something out about his approach? And more importantly, what does Boston's continued struggle in close games say about their championship aspirations? Sound off in the comments. Are you buying into Oakland's late-season surge? Or do you think this was just a fluke performance against a mentally defeated Red Sox squad?